the moment, the indications suggest that this was a bit of a botched attempt at a suicide bombing. It now seems, in fact, that the suicide bomber only killed himself. We were hearing of one other person killed. It now does seem that it was just the bomber and two other people injured, one of them seriously. He was the driver of a van that the suicide bomber had got into. Now, a taxi driver said that he'd tried to get into his taxi. He'd noticed that he was looking suspicious, had sped off, and then the bomber got into a van. The driver says that he then challenged the bomber, also seeing that he looked suspicious, and he blew himself up. So it does seem as if the original Shuwaifat, the town just south of Lebanon, may not have been the original target. The van was heading for the the southern suburbs of Beirut, which is a mainly Shiite area. It seems that that's where the bomber was trying to go, but because he made his intentions obvious, he was intercepted, really, and ended up having to do this earlier than he'd intended. So it's very hard to know exactly what the target was. We can only speculate that he was heading for these mainly Shiite areas. They've been the target of a whole string of bombings recently in what extremist groups here in Lebanon say is retaliation for Hezbollah's involvement in the Syrian war, where it's fighting on the side of the Syrian government and the regime of Bashar al-Assad.
Indeed, Lucy, are there any signs that Hezbollah is now beginning to regret its involvement in the conflict on the other side of the border?
No signs at all, and it's a very secretive group, so it's extremely hard to know what its workings are and what its thinking is on that. But no, all of its statements have shown that it's still keen to. It sees that as a strategic alliance, its alliance with the regime, and it hasn't expressed any sort of desire to pull out of Syria. Tonight, Ali Ammar, a Hezbollah MP, said that this was these suicide bombings were the fault of foreign powers who were allowing terrorists to enter Lebanon, in his words. So a defiant tone from Hezbollah. They're trying to secure their areas. They're trying to reassure their people. But of course, that's four attacks over the last month now. This actually makes it a fifth. So this is something that's really gripped the mainly Shiite community of those Hezbollah areas. People are very afraid all across Lebanon that this is going to be a string of attacks and that really no one knows where they're going to strike next. So it's a country in the grip of fear and in the grip of great tension.